Welcome, my friends, to Name That Chord, Game 2. In Game 1, we looked at the white notes, and today we are looking at a very, very important aspect of the game. This is where we get into the black notes. Without much ado, let me give you some insights into what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be covering all the black notes. That's right. By the time we're done, you will have a clearer understanding of these black notes. The idea is for you to also get a very good grasp of all the black note chords, major chords that is. One of the things I'm going to be throwing in today before we get done is a game, and you'll be able to download the PNG. The PNG is going to be available over here at this URL, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Without much ado, let's jump into the game. Hopefully you remember some of what we discussed last time. Last time, we talked about the triangular shape, the linear shape, and the weird L, or triangle if you will. Well, our very first quiz for today is on the black notes. Here is your first quiz. Have you come to a conclusion? Okay, for this first one, I'm giving you quite a bit of time, but for the others, it'll be shorter. All right, my friends, I'm guessing that you figured it out. The answer to this first one is D flat major chord. But wait, it could also be C sharp major. Yes, that's right. Again, take a look. D flat could also be called C sharp, and that's why. We'll talk about that later on, but let's jump into the next one. Here is your next chord. Name that chord. Less time this time. All right, my friends, your time is up and it's time to reveal the chord. Let me give you a little insight into the notes because I really want you to get this right. This contains the notes D, F, and B flat. Does that help? Okay. Well, this chord is B flat major. Or, can you guess the alternate name? The alternate name is A sharp major chord. This has that weird L shape that we looked at for note B, but this time for B flat, it's the inverse, or I could say it is flipped on its head. And this is probably the trickiest of all the black note chords because it contains two white notes and one black note. Okay, are you ready for the next one? Let's jump into the next exercise. Here is your next chord. Name that chord. All right, if you guessed that this was E flat major, you are correct. Again, this has got that same profile that the C sharp or D flat chord did. E flat, G, and B flat. Let's go to our next one. Here is, oh, I should also mention that E flat could be called D sharp as well. So this is E flat major or D sharp major. I'm going to explain all this stuff towards the end. Let's go to our next one. Name this chord. Which chord is this? Okay, this should be easier, I hope. The answer to this, my friends, is F sharp major. Now, what is the alternate name for this? Can you guess? Yeah, if you guess G flat major, you are correct. Very well done. Again, you can see from the formation, this is in the linear family. Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Let's go. Name this chord. Okay. I told you they were going to go a little bit quicker, so if you need more time, you can just hit that pause button on your player and you can guess, but I'm going to reveal the answer. The answer to this one, my friends, is A flat major. Or, can you guess the alternate name? Or G sharp major. That's right. Okay. One more chord. Which chord is this? Okay, well, if you were able to guess that this is a chord I've already shown you, B flat major, also A sharp major, you are correct. Very well done. You can see there's not that much difficulty in these chords. We're done with all 5 black note chords. And I'm going to go over the theory again. Okay? So, in Name That Chord, my goal is to get you to understand all the major chords, to remember using the power of patterns, using the power of a graphical method that I used. And I developed this method when I was learning. I needed to crack the code. And this is how I cracked the code. So, the way I mastered the layout of the keyboard was to nail down the C's and the F's. You get what I'm saying? The C's and the F's. That was my biggest problem in the very beginning because everything looked the same. And I needed to create a method to remember which position was C and which position was F. So what did I do? I studied the keyboard as much as possible. I'm going to show you what I did. I studied the keyboard and I began to realize that there was a pattern to this. The pattern was groupings of notes. Take a look. Groupings of notes. Right here, I'm going to shade these red. We have 2 black notes. But you'll see a repeat of those 2 black notes over here. So I saw there was a pattern of 2 black notes and then 3 black notes. So it's a 2-3-2-3-2-3 pattern. When I established that it was a 2-3-2-3 pattern, I tried to narrow down where C was. And you know what I found out? C is the first white note before the group of 2 black notes. So if that's a C, that's a C. And it became so easy to see the C's. And then for the F, I found that F was the first white note before the group of 3. C, F, C. And it became easier. When I realized that, it was easy for me to say that the C major chord was going to have this linear shape. And all I needed to do for the F major chord was slide it on down to F, slide it on down to G. And much to my delight, when I started getting into the black notes, I realized I just needed to slide it on down to F sharp. And that became an eye-opener. And I stopped being scared of these linear-looking chords. And then I went a step further and I realized if you wanted to get the others down, you must recognize the triangular pattern. The triangular pattern works for D, works for E, works, let's do that again, works for E. Let's get it on the note properly. Okay, works for E and works for A, like that. And then I went a step further and I thought, how am I going to nail down the most difficult one, which is the B? Well, I realized it's just moving the notes up one whole tone to look like this. And it became easier for me to see that if this was B, then B flat, I would just need to move each of these just down by a semitone, and it's a similar pattern. So let me show you the cheat sheet that I've got for you to help you master this entire map of the world of chords. Boom! If you want to download this, first of all, I want to ask that you hit the like and subscribe button so that you're connected to this channel, because I'm going to be coming up with a lot more stuff. I promise you that. And then I want you to go to tinyurl.com/noob quiz, download this, because this is going to become a daily and weekly ritual until you've got it down pat. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do right now is quiz you on the linear chords, because we've gone through this for the white notes. If you haven't watched that video, watch that video and then come back to this little exercise, because now I'm about to put you in the noob chord game. Okay, so looking at all the notes on the keyboard, and I'm going to give you a tiny little keyboard on the screen to help you as a little bit of a memorization tool. I would rather you didn't use it, but since this is our first quiz, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. And I'm going to let you use this little cheat thing over here. All right? I don't have this in the download, though, because I want you to be able to imagine it. So looking at this keyboard, if you are going to name the white notes that are linear and the black notes that are linear, what is the first white note major chord that is linear in this linear box over here? Remember, we've done this stuff before. Can you remember the first? Okay, retain that in your memory. Okay, can you remember the second? I want you to put them like here and here and here. And then there's one black note chord that is linear. Have you finished? Okay. So now I'm going to reveal the answer. The first white note chord that is linear is none other than C. All right, C major is linear. The next linear one on the white keys is F. And the third is G. And the only black note chord that is linear is F sharp or G flat major. Well done. I want you to come back to this video and test yourself over and over again, because once you get these patterns and it's etched in your memory, you will begin your journey to playing great on every key. And by the way, these additional non-white chords, knowing how to play them, wow, it's like a game of snakes and ladders, because it elevates you when you're able to play every single one of the 12 major chords. It elevates you. I can tell you that. And I'm going to show you how. Because, for example, when you know a C major and you know a B flat major, there are little tricks that I can show you to add two major chords together to get some mind-blowing tapestries and sonic journeys that you would never have been down that quick without you knowing all the major chords. So I'm going to teach you all that stuff. Okay? All right, let's go over to the triangular. Okay? There's two triangulars. We're just focusing on the white note triangulars, and those are the blues over here. So I want you to spend some time looking at the keyboard. Can you tell me which notes have the chordal triangular pattern on the white notes? There are three. 3 chords on the white notes that have a triangular pattern. Have you guessed them? Okay. The very first is D major. Okay. The second, E major. And the third is A major. Did you get those right? Good. If you got those right, you are making progress. And to give you a visual of those, because we did those last time, I want you to have a visual. D major looks like this, okay? E major looks like this. And A major looks like this. You see, they're all triangular. So when I asked you that question, I was assuming that you had done the exercise from the first video. Okay? All right. Are you ready to go into the triangular E? Okay. Now, this is just my own unique, quirky way of reminding you that it's inverted. It's upside down, right? So, because it's inverted like that, you got to think of these as only for the black notes. It's an upside down triangle. Okay? I'm going to give you some time to think about this, and I'm going to give you a little bit of music while you do that. Okay? Let's have a little bit of music. All right. I think I've given you enough time for just 3 chords. Would you agree? Yeah. So why don't you tell me what the 3 chords are? If for your very first chord in the triangular, you had C sharp or D flat major, same chord, that is correct. On the black notes, the second one is D sharp or E flat major. And the third one is G sharp or A flat major. Okay? I'm hoping that you are registering these visuals from our time together. We've had so much time to go over this stuff in the previous episode and this one that I'm hoping it's sticking. So let me give you a reminder. For D flat or C sharp, you see that inverted triangle? Yeah? For E flat, also called D sharp. And lastly, for A flat, also called G sharp, we have that triangular shape. So if you are able to get all 3, wow. Bravo. You are on your way. Okay, you are on your way. And to round this up, let's do the final. So let's round this up with the final 2. I have the L unicorn over here. And which one is this? I'm not giving you any more clues because you should know it. Can you guess? Okay, this one is a black note, and it's A sharp or B flat major because it starts from the top and goes down. It's one of the trickier ones, but I'm hoping it's all registering for you. Let's take a look at the B flat major chord one more time. That's it. So it's got that weird L-ish shape. Okay, still almost like a triangle, but it's a weird kind of triangle. More like a scalene triangle. All right. Let's take a look at our final quiz for the day. All right, the inverted unicorn. Which chord is this? Okay, there's only one note left. If you guessed that this was B major. You are correct. Bravo, my friend. You are done with the Phil C. Noob chord game, and you nailed it. You got it. Let me give you a quick reminder of the B major chord. That's how it looks. And when you put all of that together, you can actually download a second image from this link. It has all the answers. tinyurl.com/noob answer. Download that, and at any point in time, you should, at least for these first chordal structures, be able to tell me, okay, that's a C major, that's a D major, that's a C sharp major, and so on. If you haven't already taken a screenshot of this sheet, I want you to, because I want you to go through the same exercise we did for the white notes. And for the black notes, what I want you to do is take a pen, and I want you to chart these out by saying, okay, C sharp is this, this, and this, for example, right? You gotta get these down in your memory, and this is the way to do it. And then I want you to get another color of a pen, and you could say, okay, for E flat is this, and it's this, and it's this. See, so you're mapping it out mentally, right? Because I want you to get this down every way possible, and through the repetition, you can do it. Here's F sharp, this. I gotta do that again. Let's get rid of that one. All right. So it's that, and that, like that. You see, that's your F sharp. And then I want you to do the same for the remaining two. So another color for G sharp. So G sharp is this, it's this, and it's this. And then the weird L, we'll use an orange for that. And same process. B flat, D, F. Boom. Those are your 5 black note chords. The black note chords have given people a lot of horrors and nightmares and pain. And that's why I am extremely delighted to bring you this episode. Because I know some of you who've been running away from the black notes, I know you're going to face them. You're going to face them squarely. All right. Which one is this? C sharp or D flat. Good. Okay. Which one is this? E flat or D sharp. Which one is this? F sharp. Linear, easy. Once you remember, oh, F sharp is that one I can do anything on. Because it's all, or if I play any black note, I'm not going to be off. I'm not going to be off bass. All the black notes belong to it. You know, and this is another way you can look at the key of C sharp too, because on the key of C sharp, all the black notes belong to it. The anomalies are E flat, G sharp, B flat. They don't have purely, they don't have all the black notes. They have some, but not all, you see. This is how you need to be thinking about this stuff. So F sharp or G flat major. What about this? Good. If you guessed G sharp or A flat, you are correct. And finally, this one. Yeah, the B flat major chord or A sharp, the unicorn. All right, my friends, don't forget, download these games. Smash the like button as you do. Help your buddy fill out. I'm going to be back again bringing you a lot more. My next video, I'm actually going to show you the practical representation of this on a real piano. And I'm going to be giving you some exercises so that you can practice all the chords chromatically. Because before we go any deeper on the Fearless Piano series, I want you to really get the chords down, all the major chords. And then We'll change things up a little bit. What we're going to do in some of the future episodes is we're going to take a chord like this. And let me give you one of the more challenging ones, like this. Okay? You remember which one this is? Yeah, this is D flat or C sharp. Actually, this is one of my favorite keys. The irony is I play on this key a lot better than some of the white note keys. But I'm going to be showing you how and why that could happen. I'm going to be showing you all my secrets, right? All that I've done over the past number of years to at least get to some measure of proficiency. I'm definitely not in front of the pack with all the big dogs. But one thing I'm good at, that I can tell you I'm good at, is helping people learn difficult things. That's my specialty. I can help you learn, to get even better than I am, all right? Because I just have that ability to teach things in a simple, very easy way. So in the next episodes, the following episodes, we're going to take a chord like this, and we're going to begin looking at inversions. And I'm going to say, what is the next position if I take the D flat and fling it forward? And then I expect you to know it's this. And I say, what's the next inversion if I fling the F forward? And I expect you to know it looks like this. And so on and so forth. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Again, smash that like button for your buddy Phil. Show your buddy Phil some love. I'll see you in the next episode. And if you are looking for a book to at least begin to learn this stuff, maybe in baby steps, I have on Kindle right now, it's the Piano Noob to Ninja book. Just search for that on Amazon. You find it, Piano Noob to Ninja. And I'm going to be introducing a lot more from that book as we proceed. All right. Thanks for joining me. You take care, and bye for now.